Property Development Program. I was the land developer on this project, and I'm from Houston.
Hi, my name is Laura Bernaldez. I'm the architect on this project, and I was born and raised in Longview, Texas.
Hi, my name is Yamini, and I'm the construction manager of the project, and I was born in India.
Hi, my name is Gilpika. I was born in India, and I'm the construction manager.
We would like to thank all of you for coming today, and we're excited to show you what we've come up with for RIVERTREE Academy. So to begin, the vision for RIVERTREE Academy is to create a private Christian boarding school for grades 6 through 12 for the underprivileged students in the Como neighborhood in Fort Worth, Texas. So why Como? You can see that the median household income in Como is about $17,000 less than in Fort Worth. Also, the average value of housing in Como is about half of that in Fort Worth, which significantly affects the resources available to the public schools in the Como neighborhood through the property taxes that are paid. And then last, the educational attainment. 52% of the population in Como has less than a high school diploma, and 14% has high school or equivalent, for a combined 66% of the population with high school education or less. So our concept is to create a warm and inviting campus where the students will be excited to live, that will provide a safe and healthy environment where the students can grow not only mentally but spiritually as well. So our campus has a red barn that will be the central focus piece and can also serve as a chapel. We have the school, a recreation center, 4 student dorms, 10 staff houses, and 2 guest houses. And now I'll turn it over to Laura.
Okay, so first to start, I'm just going to run over the program and why we chose this program. So for starters, we knew the icon was going to be the red barn, so we wanted to put as many functions as possible into that barn. So for our program, we decided that it's going to be this multifunctional space where you can have a dining hall there. It's not the main dining hall, but its main function will be chapel, and also later on can be rented out for a wedding venue, reception, stuff like that. Our thought behind that was for right now, just as a way to save money, maybe produce this and have chapel held there, and then later on when you're getting this money in donations, then you can put it towards a chapel and then design it however you please to fit the site. And then school, we decided to do 4 dorms instead of cottages because it was a way to save the land. And also, as a student at Texas A&M, I stayed in a dorm my freshman year, and that's how I met all my first friends here, and it's really a community feel. So if these kids are moving from Como to this site, you want them to feel as comfortable as possible. So that's kind of a reason behind that. We decided to do a rec center for different reasons. First being, it adds more to the curriculum, so you can teach physical ed, you can have, there's a workout room for the older kids, there's a gym, multi-purpose. We also added 2 cardio rooms, so maybe if you want to rent it out for dance classes in the evening, that's another revenue option. And then we have our regular staff houses and on the more private part of the site. Next slide. And to start the kind of design process, we broke up the site into zones. And it's not so much as they're restricted to this zone, it's just kind of okay, this is the site we want the students to be in. What's going to be most accessible to them? So for the student access, that's kind of where we wanted, the tree, or the school, the dorms and the rec center. The public access is going to be the dorm, or the barn, because that's where, the public's going to want to use that the most. We put the staff access in the back because we found it to be most private, and that's kind of where we think they'd want to stay for their houses, and then this side is located for the farm. We'll go to the next one. And I'm just going to go through the site with you, and you can look up there, or I'm just going to hold this because there's no more in this room. But, okay, so you would enter from here, and I've allotted 2 different parking. This would be kind of for just people coming for the barn, and this would be kind of the multi-parking lot. The school is kind of the heart of this part of the site, with the dorms will be built in phases on each side. Our rec center is kind of on this north part of the site, and then it goes back to the staff housing.
So now we'll watch the video.
Welcome to the RIVERTREE Academy, a residential school project located at 4274 Timberview Drive, Golf Course, Fort Worth, Texas, encompassing an area of 116 acres. The site would be cordoned off by fencing and warning signs placed before beginning of the construction. The proposed construction area is highlighted in blue. Security checkpoints are established at the main entrance with access routes defined for material and vehicular movements. Site office, along with parking, is located at the entrance, serving as the first contact point. Material storage, mock-up areas, and crane pad would be utilized depending on the place being constructed. This is the proposed development plan for the project. The development area is 60 acres and the project is divided into 5 phases, which will be constructed over a span of 10 years with an estimated cost of 23 million.
School barn, dorm 1 and staff housing 1 would be constructed in the first phase over a period of 278 days. The construction would start on 1st June 2015 and end on 22nd June 2016. To ensure safety, the entire construction area would be barricaded along with enforcement of OSHA regulations. Dorm and staff housing will be further developed in phase 2 over a period of 171 days. The construction would start on 1st May 2018 and end on 25th December 2018. The third phase would comprise of the construction of recreation center and the expansion of dorm over a period of 181 days. The construction will start on 3rd May 2021 and end on 10th Jan 2022. Phase 4, comprising of final expansion of dorm and staff housing, is built over a period of 171 days from 5th Jan 2023 to 11th September 2023. Outdoor recreational facilities are developed in phase 5 from 22nd August 2024 to 30th May 2025.
The barn is one of the most prominent features of the project. Built on slab and grade foundation, it is a double-story timber frame structure. It would be rented out for weddings and functions to generate revenue. The school and the dorm facility share the same vicinity as per client requirements. Built on slab and grade foundation, these are single-story concrete structures. The school is designed for a capacity of 200 students. It would be completed in the first phase within a duration of 181 days. It would house state-of-the-art computer labs, classrooms and interaction spaces. The entrance ATM bifurcates the dorm into separate areas for girls and boys. The dorm will house 44 students with 2 students per row. The 4 dorm buildings will be built in 4 phases. Views for the staff housing and the recreation center. Thank you for watching the video.
So one of the major challenges that we will face in our project will be starting from phase 2 because then our learning activities will be going on simultaneously as the construction activities will be going. So we have optimized our schedule as in there are activities which are running parallel to each other so that we increase productivity and finish most of our construction during the summer. Yeah.
So now you've seen our designs, let's talk about what it's going to cost. The bottom pie chart shows the different buildings that are going to be brought in phase 1 and the percentages of the construction costs going towards each building. The top chart shows the total development cost, which includes the construction costs as well as soft costs, miscellaneous expenses, contingencies, and development fees. For phase 1, you can see it's about $12.5 million, which is about half our overall budget. In phase 2, we're going to add staff housing and a second student dorm for about $2.1 million. Phase 3 will bring in the 3rd student dorm and the recreation for about $5.9 million. Phase 4 will bring the last of the staff housing and the last student dorm for another $2.1 million. And phase 5 is just the outdoor recreation for $785,000. So this is a summary of our costs. The bottom shows the construction costs by phases, and the top shows the development costs by phases, as well as our overall project total of $23.5 million. So clearly there's going to need to be significant fundraising for this project. One idea is to have an informational office in Como to provide information about the school curriculum, design, and development cost information. This way, when potential donors come to the office, they'll drive through the Como neighborhood, they'll see the environment the students are living in, and they'll feel a connection to the project and want to donate. Also, by providing the design and the cost information, they'll see there's a business plan, and they'll feel it's a safe place they can donate money. There's also an opportunity to provide donors to donate to a specific project. For example, at A&M, there are different classrooms and staircases that have donor plaques on them. And then lastly, the barn, once it's built, can host different events. You can invite possible donors in the public, and they can meet students. They can see the school once it's activated, and they can encourage other people to donate as well as continue donating themselves. This is just an overall budget for our building costs. The columns show the different phases. We did not include phase 5 because it's just outdoor recreation. So you can see after phase 1, our annual budget is going to be about $570,000 right here, and then it increases every year until you get to the final cost of the project at just shy of $1 million. So where's the value going to be added? For social cultural, the students are going to learn healthy and positive social interactions in a safe environment. For economic, the students are going to get a better education. They're going to have better jobs, higher incomes, and they'll be able to pay higher taxes, as well as be less likely to need governmental assistance later in life. Environmental, we avoided building in the floodplain to mitigate the environmental impact, and we created dorms instead of cottages to minimize sprawl across the site and save green space for everyone to enjoy. And for sensory, we have a red barn to serve as the iconic symbol of RIVERTREE Academy. Our layout takes advantage of the different natural elements around the site, like the orchard, the topography, and the different bodies of water. And we also separated the outdoor recreation area from the school and the dorm to help minimize noise carrying. So this is just a summary of our costs. Again, you can see our total development cost is $23.5 million, and our total operating budget, once complete, will be about $1 million. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for coming again, and I hope you enjoyed our presentation.